Scorpio, this is going to be a general reading for you guys. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and don't force anything. So if your sun doesn't resonate, you can always check out your moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars. So I'm going to do that thing again where the sign with the most likes gets an extra reading. And I think last month that was you and Taurus, so thank you guys for the support. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. So just kind of feeling into your energy, I get the visual of the tower, and it just seems like you're just like going out of the tower, falling out of the tower, and then like trying to rewind time and going back into it. So it's like, are you giving someone a chance that maybe like going back to an ex? Like, are you just analyzing what happened? Are you just having a lot of trouble letting go? I don't know. We're gonna draw cards to try to clarify that scene for me, but that's kind of where my mind goes. It's like maybe you're having a lot of trouble letting go. Maybe you keep repeating the same pattern. Maybe you keep going back to an ex or to a situation that just really isn't working for you, and it's like you keep giving it chances and you try to make it evolve into something else, but it just always ends up in, I don't want to say failure, but that's the word that comes to mind. Like, that's where it just always ends up. And you're like, why is this not working? You're so set on whatever this is working, but it's just like, yeah, there's like this frustration around it should work. Why is it not working? Um, so, with that said, let's go ahead and get into the reading. Okay, so I shuffle for jumpers and kind of like that. And um, I don't usually show it on here. I'm used to doing TikToks where I have to save time so I don't shuffle on camera. But it's hilarious to me because, like, the tower is what came out for the core issue this reading is about. So I'm going with, like, pretty much what I just got through saying. So let's go ahead and get into how you felt in the past and your past actions in this situation. Okay, so with your past feelings or attitudes about this issue being the Chariot. Oh, by the way, so far Pisces, Cancer, Aries, and Scorpio on here. Could have in your chart. Obviously, you have Scorpio in your chart if you're here, unless you're a cross watcher. Um, or they could have it in their chart. Anyway, so your past feelings or attitude about this, I think the reason why you kept going back and forth to this situation is just because you were really sure about it with this Chariot. Like, maybe it didn't always feel the easiest. I kind of want to say the most at home. I don't know why I want to say it that way, but um, didn't always feel the best. But you were really determined to walk this path because it just felt like it was your calling. It was the right thing for you. Like, this was your thing, your person, whatever. So I think that's why you just kept trying again and again. And with your past actions, we have the Hangman, and I just kind of see that being trying to, like, either you're trying to understand their point of view or you're trying to make them understand you. And it's just like you two had opposing views, and it's just anytime that happened, I kind of feel like it really got nowhere, got you nowhere. It was just maybe even stalled the relationship every time you tried to talk about this. So maybe you ended up not talking about it as much, being a little more reserved with it. But it just feels like there's a lot of fighting around trying to make each other understand each other. So let's go ahead and get further into this. So the universe's advice for the present, we have the King of Cups, and it's just, I feel like regarding the situation, maybe you have a little bit of a pull towards it because of how you feel, like emotionally, like that saying, the heart wants what the heart wants comes to mind, and it's just like, let's calm those waters and look at it from like an all perspective type of thing. Like, you get really excited thinking about wanting them, but how do they make you feel when you're two together, right? Logically, is this the best situation? Because I'm gonna be honest, it kind of feels like there's a reason why the tower keeps happening, why it's just not working out. So, with your present feelings and ideas, it's like you're resting up after this battle, like you're exhausted, and that even reflects in the future advice with this Nine of Wands, and it's just like you're resting up, and this may be a preparation for the next step. Maybe not, because where the situation is heading, the devil. So I don't think you've let go of this situation, right? I think you're kind of resting up for the next like cycle of this relationship. Just gonna call it like I see it now. That's I'm not saying you have to do this. That's just kind of where the current energy I'm reading feels like it's going. You know, you can always change. I mean, just um, being in this situation on this reading gives you a chance to kind of, oh, hey, that does resonate, and maybe I'm not heading in the best direction, because it feels like you're pulled back into that tower, and it's just like, I think what I said last time when I saw the devil kind of applies here. Maybe you have Taurus in your chart. Don't have to be, but it's just kind of reminding me of the Taurus reading where you're kind of fooled into like I can't talk, a false security, thinking that like this is a love situation because of how good it feels initially, all the highs, how good it feels to hit those highs. And whenever you hit the lows, you're just desperate for the highs it's like trying so hard to get back to that good place. Which, when you're in relationships like that, they may have a tendency to feel like when you're getting back to like what a normal would be, it just feels so high because of how low you've been. Like this feels exhausting, and it's just that toxic relationship where you guys really, maybe you fight a lot. I'm feeling like anger as I'm saying that, so maybe there's a lot of fighting, maybe there's a lot of jealousy. um, I'm just gonna say it, what I'm hearing right now. And the makeup sex is really hot. Like I think that's kind of what gets you going, like fighting and then making up. And that may be what's keeping you here, just because there's something about it that feels really addictive to stay in this situation. And it's kind of like whenever you make up, you're overwhelmed with emotion and love and all that. And it's just like, I just don't know that this is the best situation from this. So, but you know, you're going to do what you're going to do. Like, I can feel some of you at least are already like, nah, I'm still going to go back into that tower. Like, but with the universe's advice for the future, it's just talking about don't lose that kind heart of yours, the sympathetic heart, the loving, caring, nurturing heart of yours. But it is okay to protect yourself for a little bit right now, because you know this is exhausting. Like, you may not even want it does feel like you're currently resting and isolating just to get good again before you reach out to anybody at all. And I kind of feel like that's okay. And this may just be talking about, you need to be more aware in the future of how someone's making you feel, or how you feel in a situation. Take accountability for those feelings, right? And you may have to guard yourself from certain people, because when you're with them, you really don't feel good, right? Capricorn and Cancer came out. Cancer was here earlier, so there's two Cancer cards. There's two Pisces cards as well, so you definitely could be dealing with one of your other water signs. But yeah, I feel like there's another card to draw, so I was about to end it, but let's see. Okay, so with the Seven of Swords coming out in the advice, there's definitely a need to protect yourself from, this type of energy. This may be a person that's very selfish, and if it's not them, if it's you, then you need to be aware of your selfish tendencies. You need to be aware of the selfishness in the relationship, because I just think about this version with that wolf on the head, and it's just kind of like the lone wolf that betrays the pack so often that they no longer have a pack to go back to. Um, maybe and maybe not necessarily betrayal, but maybe you've put off your friends so much that if you keep doing it, they may not bring you back in. Um, Maybe you've blown up on. I kind of feel like some of you may have blown up on them when they were trying to protect you from this relationship. When they were like, this is bad for you, right? And you were just like, do not tell me what is good or bad for me. Like, I'm gonna do what I want, type of energy. And I think it's something to be aware of, because some of these friends are honestly just concerned for you, and you may be kind of pushing them away to the point where they're no longer going to be in your life. This is a warning, right? This is future advice. So it's something to be aware of. I feel like this can still be mended if this is resonating with you. If not, then the person you're dealing with may have just been that lone wolf type that really just, they screw other people over to benefit themselves because they got that type of energy. And it's something to be aware of. Like, either be aware of it in you, or there may be someone, it's probably this person that you keep trying and trying with, but there's someone to protect your energy against that is in your life, it looks like. And I'm definitely guessing it's this person, but I kind of get the pull that for some of you, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be work relationships, just there's somewhere in your life that feels like either you're really selfish and pushing people away. I don't know if selfish is the best in that, but defensive maybe, and pushing them away whenever they try to tell you that they're worried about you. That I feel like it's the whole attitude about them trying to tell you what's good for you and what's bad for you. Like, or like I said, you're dealing with a person that just takes advantage of other people. Anyway, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Thank you guys for watching. And like I said, if you like this, show my channel some support, like the video, and the sign that will get the most likes will get a bonus reading in a couple of weeks. Thank you guys. Have a great day.